All right. Man, what's up, y'all? We back at it again. Another episode of AtYourLeisure229, part 2 right here. I got my boy Chase with me and Joe with me, of course.
What up? What up?
What's up?
So we're gonna dive into it today. We haven't been doing too much at all. I've been personally having a lot going on in my life with the most recent change of switching jobs and being able to leave a toxic environment that I was really struggling with every day. These guys can tell you every single day we're in our group chat, it was like something else going on, just like something new every single day. And, you know, it just really was a bad environment for me to be in. And I finally made the decision to jump. And kind of scary, too, because I'm not going to lie, I did not have anything else lined up whenever I did it. But I could not go... I'm not going to say go another day because I put in a 2 weeks notice, but I could not go another 2 weeks. But unfortunately, they didn't even want me to do that. They just told me to leave after I put my notice in.
Hey.
So it kind of worked out in my favor.
Worked out the best for you, man.
Absolutely worked out the best. I got a little vacation, got to spend time with family, been getting to spend time with friends a lot. You know, been going fishing.
Some self-help.
Literally. So really glad that I'm able to do that and move on to my new place. Whenever that is finalized, I'll talk more about that, of course. I'm not going to speak on that too much right now, but I am doing good though, and I'm moving in a positive direction with a positive company. So
we weren't sweating at all. None of us were worried one single bit.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little.
Man jumped out of the plane without a parachute and said, "I got a plan."
Yeah, but you know,
No,
thankfully,
kudos to you, man. Notice, like, being able to be like, this place is not good for me, and like have like putting yourself in a position where it's not comfortable or easy,
right?
But you knew that you were going to be able to make it through some time in between places, and like just being able to like recognize that that's not a good environment.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, I mean, you know, honestly, one of the things that really did it for me. Well, I'm not gonna say did it for me, but like one of the things that really stuck out in my mind was every time I went in there and there was something else that I was like telling y'all, it was like I gotta make sure that it's not just me being that person that's just like bitching about work. You know what I mean?
Am I overreacting? Is this normal?
Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that was what I was saying. Like, is this normal? And then you got Chase over here. You know, Joe and I work in the restaurant industry. Chase does not work in the restaurant industry, and I'm telling him everything that's going on, and he's like,
wild.
No, dude, like, do not go through that. And then even after the fact, Joe, he's got more experience than me. He even was like, yeah, nah, that's not okay. Like, you know, those kind of things are not okay to be going on, you know. And that's kind of what, you know, one of the things that done it for me whenever I realized, like, okay, I'm not tripping. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like flipping out or whatever. So yeah, I really thank y'all guys for that, honestly, because I know every day it was just like literally I'd text Joe and be like, bro, and he'd be like, oh man, what's going on?
I'm not gonna lie, I hated that you were going through it, but it was like a highlight of my day. Like, shit, my problems don't matter anymore.
What's going on today?
Yeah, let me hear it. Give me something to distract myself from the bullshit I'm gotta deal with.
Yeah, literally. Even Chase was like, yeah, he was like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm usually waiting on the text to come through in the mornings, like, you know. But
Jay works today? All right, how long do you think it'll take?
Yeah, for real. But yeah, like I said, man, thankfully been able to spend some time with friends and do some stuff. Fishing has been on the agenda lately, even though we got skunked.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time
we fished for what, 6 hours?
Yeah.
Jeez,
6 hours.
It flew by.
5 miles. It did fly by.
Yeah. 5 miles in 5 hours.
5 miles in 5 hours. Like, it was.
Oh shit.
It started out so promising too. I just felt like we were gonna do great, but you know.
You should have saw these bass breaking water.
It was insane.
Blow ups everywhere.
Right beside us. Right
Not
where
even
we
a
just
single
cast.
bite. Nobody even got a bite.
Nothing.
I even went to another pond. Didn't get a bite there either.
Nothing at all.
Just so y'all know, if the day works out for you to fish, it don't work out for the fish.
Yeah, for real. Like, but once again, everybody has those days. You know, speaking of fishing, actually, I like to give a shout out to my boy Zach Sicknick, actually, because he also did the same thing that I did. He just did it before me, and he made the jump himself and changed complete careers, actually. So he's not even in the restaurant industry anymore. And he made a move to Oklahoma. So shout out you, Zach.
Big jumps.
Big jumps.
Shout out Sick Nick.
Everyone here knows him. I don't know who knew him first. Probably Chase, right?
Yeah, we went to school. Yeah.
Easily, right? Yeah. Chase knew him first over at Dixon.
Yeah.
Can you feel it? Nah, but shout out Sick Nick. I'm really glad that he's doing good out there and switching over careers. I almost made the change out of the restaurant industry, but I did not. But it was almost there for me.
He's got a firm hold on these boys. We're gonna be honest about it.
Yeah, I mean, once you're in, you're just like, I don't know, you're kind of in.
You know it.
Except for you. When you were in, you were like,
I gotta get out of here.
But no, you're a welder though, so it's like.
Oh, yeah, I don't have to deal with customer service anymore.
Yeah.
I just got to deal with coworkers. We don't have an HR. I say whatever the frick I want.
Yeah, exactly. But honestly, how bad is it? Like when you're like, tell me a bad day. Like a bad day over there.
A bad day? Bad day is when you find out that we made an entire order wrong, and you find out that I was the reason it was wrong. So I could go through, cut apart everything I've done, redo everything. Foreman's just watching me, and I'm just like, hey, I take care of it, boss.
I mean, I'm sure that doesn't happen too often.
No, it's blue moon, but I mean, $600 worth of work just.
And then it just puts you behind everything, the rest of the work, right?
Yeah. And then you're just sweating 2 weeks straight, catch up. It ain't too bad.
Yeah.
My coworkers help. What's a bad situation with your coworkers? Do you ever have because you're just doing your own thing, so do they ever interact with you where you're get pissed off with them?
Oh yeah, they're gonna walk into my booth and just say some sideways stuff, and I'm gonna go tell them to go play in traffic. I mean, it's just that's not.
But you don't have to interact with them to get your work done.
No, not only. I only have one guy, Robert, my boy, that I got to interact with because my work goes to him. He works on it, comes back to me, goes back to him, and then we move it on. Outside of that, I don't need anyone else.
So if he just went in there and didn't want to talk to nobody, he's good. He could do that.
I just keep the helmet down all day, and I tell him I got the first 2 hours, no one talks to me.
Yeah.
Everyone knows I'm gonna say something.
No one talks to Chase until after he's had his second Dr. Pepper.
There it is. There it is.
Not even the first one.
The 6 p.m. one or 6 a.m. one ain't gonna cut it.
It's gotta simmer a little bit. Nah, but I mean that's a good good job to have, definitely. I mean,
I've always wondered what it's like to have a job like that where you don't have to rely on anybody else. You're just kind of doing your own shit.
Yeah. Is it hot in there in the shop?
Oh yeah, it was 94 degrees the other day in the shop. Not considering my welding booth that
There's
I'm
no AC,
heating up the steel. I mean, we got holes in the walls and fans.
Jeez, that sucks, dude. I mean,
no heat either. So
that sucks.
It is what it is.
You're not welding outside though.
Oh, we do have heat. Oh yeah, no, for sure. The on-site welders, the guys, pipe welders, your iron workers, those guys are out there sweating in the sunshine.
Yeah,
I got some shade. I got fans blowing through. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys though.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, for real.
Now I did have a question. You said the guy you work beside is Robert?
Yep.
Is that the guy you were telling me?
That's the guy I want in here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Robert, we need you on the show, man.
Shout out, Rob.
We need you on the show, bro. Chase has told me a little bit, and I'm very interested in having you on at your leisure for sure. So we gotta set that up sometime. We can meet up at Chase's house.
There we go.
Record over there. Of course, Joe will be there.
I'm chilling.
Oh, we got enough mics for everybody. Don't worry.
Yeah, we got mics and space, and we're growing. We're growing right now,
We blow this podcast up, and I'm just gonna have a job being a fucking producer.
Yeah, for real. I mean, we'll have a job. We'll all have a hand in it, if we blow up,
When we blow up.
When we get that studio we were just talking about.
Right?
Yeah. Especially, dude, the way that everybody's been hitting the lottery. Somebody hit the lottery back in Winston for $1 million the other day. And I was like, why couldn't it be?
Why not me?
Why?
All the lottery tickets I don't buy. Why can't they win?
No, I buy them. I buy
Realistically, what's the first thing you would spend the next any amount of money on? What's the first thing you find out you want $1 million? What's the first? Is it you go buy a soda? What do you do with the money first?
Literally
anything. The first thing you do.
You want to go?
You go ahead. I'm on ponder this.
So, first thing, I've thought about this a million times. First things first. Of course, the responsible answer is what everyone wants to hear. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm going on vacation, dude.
Hey.
Like I'm going like somewhere like for a little bit, like not like a little week vacation, like or nothing like that. I'm going for like a month probably, and I'm gonna go to like Europe, or I'm gonna go to like
take off
America,
a month.
Something, you know, Asia. Asia looks interesting. Like I've seen like some stuff because Haley has a friend that went to Asia recently, and I was like, oh my god, I would love to go to Asia. You know what I mean?
Sick.
And then of course after that, I would invest. Honestly, invest in myself, of course, but then I would invest in real estate. I think is the move.
That's the move right now.
Honestly, a couple Airbnbs around Wilmington, you're a millionaire.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like two Airbnbs in 1 year in Wilmington, I guarantee you can make $1 million.
Make your money right back.
I guarantee it. So that would be my thing. I don't know about you, but
I mean, first thing I'm gonna buy, probably like Dr. Pepper, honestly.
lifetime supply of Dr. Pepper.
I don't know. I want to be off the grid. We're gonna be honest, yeah. But I want internet. So
you can't be off the grid.
You can't be off the grid with internet. No, that's fair. So I just want to be away from everybody, but pay for my internet to be as fast as it can be.
Like where though? Like,
I mean, me and I have been talking about like Michigan, like go see my buddy Jared up in Massachusetts.
Yeah. Speaking of Jay Holden,
shout out Jay Holden. I just sent him my Twitch. He's gonna follow me.
Is he?
One of these days.
Of these days.
I mean, he's gonna do it. He's gonna watch this video too, and he's gonna like it.
I hope he watches this video. I don't even know if he's been keeping up, but he did subscribe like way back. You know, when I was trying to get it up there. So yeah, hopefully he watches that.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna buy a house somewhere lakeside, not many neighbors, and just quiet.
Lakeside sounds nice, actually. Yeah. I'm not
gonna go skunk every day. Whatever.
You're gonna get a boat, right?
Oh yeah, bass boat.
Gotta get a boat.
100%.
I would immediately go buy a car.
Yeah, that does not surprise me.
All right.
Immediately.
All right. Well, okay.
First thing.
You say immediately go buy a car. What car though?
Probably Supra, honestly.
New Supra or old Supra?
New Supras.
Okay.
Just because it would be like easier to just go get.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you'd have to like find an old Supra and then probably have to do some work to it.
Or you can buy a brand new one that they've redone and pay more than you're paying for a new Supra. So it's like,
for real.
I would go buy the new Supra Street Hunter body kit.
What's the retail on one of those?
The new ones, the 892s, have the 6-speed manual in it. It's like around 70.
Why does that not sound bad for a Supra?
Isn't it crazy? It's like,
because like Jeeps are like
80, 90 for like a full-size Cherokee or something.
Lifted up,
or not Cherokee, but a Wrangler.
Like a lifted Wrangler is like 80, 90.
Whatever that Jeep truck is.
You go buy the $10,000 body kit that I want.
Don't forget about it. You're gonna have to go.
And then I'll have to get somebody to do the fab work for me because I don't know how to do that.
What kind of rims you getting though?
Definitely some BBSs.
Thank God. I thought you were gonna say what's the 5-spoke everybody gets?
I don't know. The T37.
Yeah.
I would get some.
They're nice, played out.
I would get some HREs, or I would get some BBSs.
BBSs would be sick.
BBS is what I want on the Beamer.
And at what point in time would you tell Shannon that you won the lottery?
When I pull up in the driveway. She ain't telling me how to spend this yet.
You think she'll initially be upset before you tell her that you won the lottery? Like, if you
she just pulled up with it?
And like didn't even mention that you won the lottery. Just pulled up and was like, "Hey, got a new car." Like, what do you think her initial reaction would be?
She wouldn't. She would think I'm test driving it or something. She wouldn't believe me.
No.
She'd have a backpack before we got out of it.
Would she even believe you if you said, "I got a new car and I hit the lottery"?
No.
No.
The second thing I would probably do is call the mortgage company and pay the house off.
Yeah.
Rent out that house.
I feel that.
I would rent it out or just keep it. Like if I had that much money, I'd just rent it out. But I would never get rid of my first house. Like if I had the opportunity.
Oh, you wouldn't?
If I have the opportunity to like not be in a position where I would.
So if I'm a millionaire, right. I'm gonna keep it as a collector's model.
Like if I have to move or something and we have to sell it because we can't afford to move without selling it.
Right.
Yeah, sure. But if I have the opportunity to keep it, everything in my power to keep the first house. Because like the thing is, like we built it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we didn't build it, but like we picked everything. Like there was a lot of like sentimental stuff that went into getting that house.
Yeah.
Like picking out all the stuff together. It was like right after we got married. Like we walked the neighborhood before there were houses there and picked the lot we wanted. Like,
oh, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember when you moved.
When there was nothing there.
Nothing.
Dude, we have a picture of us standing with the sign saying sold, and the whole, like, it's all just flat where they cleared everything.
I can't believe we don't have a picture of us laying that sod, bro.
Bruh.
Hey, shout out the boys that came over and helped me throw sod.
6
Chased
in the
by
morning,
the tractor.
throwing sod.
Oh yeah,
Chase did bring this tractor.
Stole my dad's tractor. Borrowed my dad's tractor.
It helped.
Still doesn't know about that.
Helped a lot.
Yeah, definitely. No, because we would have been.
Oh, we've been huffing it.
Would have added at least 2 more hours of work.
I did 2 more pallets, and me and my brother threw it and it took forever. Remember, because I didn't buy.
Oh, was the lot not finished?
It wasn't finished when we were done.
Oh, okay.
About a quarter of it left.
I bought 1 more pallet. Sorry, 1 or 2, and we ended up throwing it.
Yeah.
Just
now your
put it
backyard
in the wheelbarrow.
green.
It's perfect.
It's got weeds, but
It's perfect. Don't listen
Weeds
to
are
me.
green. Weeds are green.
they're green. Yeah.
Moneybags Joe has a perfect yard.
No. Yeah. But circle back to Jared Holden. He's a bitch. Just want you guys to know that.
Hey, I just want you to know, Jay Holden, we did not say that on At Your Leisure. That was coming straight from Joe.
Straight from
just so you know.
Yeah, it's coming straight from me. I'm not hiding behind nothing.
Yeah, but we gotta have like a match whenever this man comes down and we go up there. Like,
Bro, this man don't
bring
want to
ring and
a
everything.
lot of loose words been thrown around here.
He hasn't been able to see everybody in a while. I don't want to embarrass him the first time he gets back with me.
Yeah, he was getting a little Joe emotional last night. Ooh. So, not you, him.
Yeah, Jared Holden.
Jared was getting a little Joe emotional on us. So
no, for real, I'll follow you. I feel bad about it.
He said that like three different snaps.
Please send it so I can follow you.
For real, I feel bad about that, Chase. I really do, man. Chase, aren't y'all like out of the group? Y'all are like the oldest friend.
The oldest friend still, yeah.
That's wild.
If he still considers me a friend, I mean, he didn't follow me on Twitch, so.
Right. Wait, when it so the last time we were on like Discord, we were talking to T Wilder.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Sneed's Fair royalty. And y'all said that T Water is basically Sneed's Fair royalty.
Family of.
Sorry. Family of. But when did he get into the mix of the friend group?
He's known him forever.
Yeah, so like Evan, and Tyler have been friends since high school. Whenever we kind of became closer friends,
right?
Early high school. But I mean, I've known Tyler. We played baseball together when we were
Evan and Tyler were friends before high school, right?
Yeah, and me and Evan played soccer together when we were little kids. But we really got closer in high school,
right?
If we're gonna, or middle school, one of those, the schools.
One of the schools, yeah. Man, that's crazy. Honestly, Tyler's a good guy too, man. Shout out T Wilder, man. I mean,
shout out for the work he's putting in.
Yeah, that workout live.
Yeah, for real. Like the work and the work. You know what I mean? Like, still doing it. And then on top of that, the dad work too as well. You know, I mean, he's looking good though. I'll admit. And then last night he came over and he didn't break, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he still brought his own food. I was like, dude, I would have been like, give me 2 of them burgers, baby. Like,
all the bread.
Yeah, give me all the bread, like extra toppings, all that, man. But
he's just eating a plain chicken breast and a sweet potato.
He literally picked up the sweet potato and was like, just like biting it. I was
like an apple.
Like it's nothing, dude.
But the man looks good. Like he looks healthy.
He did. He said he felt good too. So
yeah, I'm sure.
Getting down to fight weight.
I need to text him.
He's waiting for Jay Holden too.
Diet is.
You said what?
I said I need to text him and find out what his diet is because your boy needs to.
He told me it's just meat and veggies only, and only water. That's what he said.
Only water. That's the tough one. Only, we're gonna be honest.
That is tough. Well, for you.
Yeah, for me, 100% tough.
Shit, Joe's on what day? Are you on no caffeine right now?
Day 7, no caffeine.
Yeah,
but I've had like a body armor and stuff. You know.
A little bit of sugar, but yeah, no cap.
Yeah, I mean, shout out Joe. Shout out anybody honestly that's doing that caffeine thing. That's tough. I don't really drink much caffeine to begin with, but I know if I did drink caffeine and then I had to quit,
dude, from going from how much caffeine I was having, which I mean probably there's people that have more, a lot more consistently, but 400 to 600 milligrams a day.
It's a lot of caffeine.
I mean, at that level for at least 6 months, but definitely, I mean, I haven't laid off caffeine. It's been a couple years, so just every day. And now going to none. Day 7 today I feel better.
What was the worst day so far?
5.
5 was the worst day.
Day 5 was the worst. I just felt like I was dragging. I mean, but the thing is, it's hard to explain, but I'm waking up easier. When my alarm goes off, it's just easier for me to get up and get going. I'm tired, but I don't feel like it's not like tough to get out of bed, and I'm falling asleep a lot easier.
And that's
when
what I
I'm
was
ready to
about
go
to
to bed, I'm like, all right, it's, you know, I'm out. Like I can't stay up as late as I was, but like
It's a good
usually
thing,
I would
honestly.
sit in bed forever and like not be able to fall asleep. I'm just out. And then I
So
wake
is
up and I'm
there
ready to go.
anything that you're doing for energy, like any kind of other foods that you're eating instead? Like
No.
no.
I need to be working out. That would give me some good energy, but I'm not doing that right now. So,
Right.
but yeah, just cut out the caffeine. I just felt like it was, you know, I wanted to take a little bit of a break. And I mean, like, because I was getting my caffeine from energy drinks, Red Bull, like G Fuel powder, but like the Red Bulls and the energy drinks and stuff, all that other stuff that's in them, like I don't need to be drinking that.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't think
a
anybody's
can of Red Bull's like 200,
I'm not gonna
300,
lie, I love Red Bull.
200 or 300 calories for one can, and it's like I'm just like,
Of course, you did the sugar-free one.
no, hell no.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I don't know.
The only time I've ever bought the sugar-free one is if they were out of the regular.
I don't want to say this and like because I don't know too much about it. So I apologize to anybody that's listening that thinks I'm a fucking idiot. But anything that's like sugar-free has aspartame in it because that's like the fake sugar. And the FDA just came out and said that there's like a link between aspartame and cancer or something. But then a lot of people were saying that that's not true. Like I saw a lot of TikTok on, like I saw a lot on TikTok of doctors saying like, no, you can have aspartame, you know, in small amounts. There's no.
Well, everyone's
correlation.
paying to have it said the way they want to say it too.
Okay, but let's be honest though. With everything going on right now in the world, you got aliens, you got AI, you got this, and this, and this. Are we really listening? Are we really believing what those doctors are saying? You know,
No.
like because they could very well be in the government's pocket as well, and
Right.
be like,
Or
I'm telling
the
you.
sugar companies are like, aspartame's bad. Aspartame companies, sugar's bad. You know?
Exactly. It's like a back and forth, just constantly, and like nobody really knows the correct answer.
Yeah.
But I mean,
somebody knows. You just don't know who to believe anymore.
Well, it's like there was this doctor. I don't remember his name, so I'm like, I shouldn't bring stuff up that I don't know. But
That's what we do
I
here.
don't remember his name, but I was listening to a podcast with him, and he was saying that he is a doctor, and he was coming out saying that these heart pills were actually worse for people, but other doctors were like telling him like, yo, don't be saying stuff like that. And then they ended up like firing him from the hospital he was working at.
Whoa.
Because he was saying stuff that they were like, no, because they were, they get paid for like by these pharmaceutical companies to sell stuff. So it's like there's definitely a benefit in medicine. It's not what I'm saying, but like not all of it.
Right.
And like they're not going to be honest about everything because they're getting paid from the people pushing that shit.
Right. Yep.
Interesting.
But I'm going to touch on the other sweetener, like monk fruit. I don't know if y'all have heard of that.
No.
I'm not educated. Educate me real quick.
Artificial sweetener. I mean, it's a plant, so it's like sugar, except for
Right.
it's just alternative. But I honestly don't know what's bad about sugar either.
Sugar cane like isn't bad.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Pure sugar. As long as you don't have too much sugar, I don't
think it's that. I think it's the corn syrup, aspartame, like all this stuff that they're like
all the artificial stuff that we throw into it to make the flavoring,
all the food coloring
the
stuff
syrup.
that they put into everything. Isn't
Right.
there a big thing? You said you did it with your daughter, like
Yeah, we cut
Flavor.
out the red, whatever it is.
red, whatever. It's the red one, right?
Y'all know what we're talking about. But yeah, we stopped like buying Doritos. We get the smart Doritos or Cheetos that are supposed to not have the other additives like red 6 or whatever it is. We don't do as much candy as we used to. Ali buys stuff instead of having just a load of sugar. It's got honey in it.
I've heard about the candy thing,
Yeah.
like having like red dye and like all that in it.
Right.
How it's not good for it's not good for anyone, but especially kids that are growing.
Yeah, the brain function. It's gonna make your kid highbrow, obviously, but I mean, it's just some behavior problems have popped up from it. So we try to be a little bit more conscious.
Do you see a difference?
When we don't, yes, 100%. But we see a difference without screen time too. But sometimes it's hard to fight every battle. Sometimes,
Right. You got to pick and choose your battles, man. I mean, I don't even got kids, and you got to pick.
Oliver's on a food kick right now, dude. Like, it's the snacking.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of all the shitty snacks in our pantry so he doesn't have a choice of those. But like,
Well, you guys are doing. I noticed yesterday. Blueberries.
yeah, he eats fruit and
That's good.
veggies at every meal.
Yeah.
Or we put it on his plate for every meal. But like, it's in between meals where he wants to like
Applesauce.
he wants fucking Oreos or Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its.
And it's like, dude,
We do a lot of
stop.
goldfish.
We just
We
need
do
to
too.
stop having.
I mean, I don't got
stuff.
kids, but
He's like, I know what you're talking about.
I know what you mean, Ollie, and Molly.
You just gotta take him out of the. We just gotta stop buying him so he stops crying about it. But he has, fruit and veggies at every meal.
Right.
Yeah, he probably should have more veggies than what we're giving him. But
My kid hates veggies. 100% hates them. She'll eat cucumbers. That's the end of the story. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oliver will eat whatever we give him most of the time. But then he's just wants to snack.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's dude, can't.
Yeah, that's what I tell her now. She'll go to sleep hungry now. If she don't eat at dinner and she wants a snack, I'm like, sorry, baby, she ate dinner. Dinner's right over there. You can eat some more of that, or we can go to bed.
Yeah.
And
I do have this question. I didn't experience this as a kid, but I always heard, and I never really understood it until I guess I got older. But I want to know from you, from raising kids, eating snacks before dinner spoils dinner.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
It does, and that's what we struggle with now because we pick him up from daycare, and we pick him up from daycare between 5:30 and 6, and we're getting home, so dinner's not ready, but he's hungry because he last ate lunch at daycare at 1.
They really.
And so it's 12 or 1, and it's they give them another snack when they wake up from their nap, but it's
crackers and water or something.
Yeah, so it's he comes home hungry, and we still have to cook dinner. So we let him snack a little bit because he's hungry. He's a little kid, and so it's tough. But then sitting there and eating dinner, we just recently started letting him play while he eats dinner, and it's helping. And I don't know if that's a bad. We talk about it, but I don't know if that's a bad habit to start. But it also, being 2, he's got so much fucking energy.
Yeah.
He's just got so much energy. He can't keep his attention on anything for that long. And, should we expect him to do that? So it's as long as he goes back and eats, and then he can, go play, and as long as he'll go back and eat, and he actually eats more that way.
Yeah.
It takes him a little bit longer, but it stopped us from being stressed out about sitting there eating with him, making it feel like a punishment, and he's crying because he wants to get up. So I don't know. I have no idea if it's the right thing, but it's yeah.
I never understood it when I was growing up, because you heard people's parents be or other kids' parents would say, it's gonna spoil your dinner, and I'm over here I was a large kid, you know what I mean, so I'm not gonna spoil my dinner, bro.
He's nah, we gonna eat.
I'm gonna eat this and dinner.
If we let him eat too much, or if we give him we'll mix a tiny, I maybe do this much water and this much apple juice, literally just enough for him to taste something, and he loves it. But if I let him drink his whole cup full of water, then he's not as hungry either.
I will say this though, it was different back then, because not only was I eating though, before dinner, snacks or whatever, but I was playing
hard
all the time. Cell phones were not a thing, internet was not a thing really, TV, it was a thing, but not really. We didn't want to watch. We didn't wake up wanting to watch TV. We woke up and wanted to go ride bikes.
Ride bike. I just dug holes in the woods. We cut down trees.
We were in the woods a lot too when we were kids. And me and my cousin Lincoln just constantly. We rode bikes every single day, man. It was almost like it was a religion to us.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, sports as well. I was big into sports. You know. So
Oliver doesn't really watch. He doesn't do the screen time too much. Lately, he's been stuck on that Mario movie, and he'll actually sit and watch half of it at a time. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, even if the TV's on, he doesn't really care. He wants to play with something.
Yeah.
He cares when you're ignoring him, or when you're doing something else.
He needs that attention.
Yeah, and so he'll do that, but we still haven't taken the leap to get him a tablet. He doesn't play on our phones. He'll watch stuff on our phones with us sitting there. And we've only brought it out at a restaurant once, and he was losing his mind, and it was taking forever for food. So, he had already went through the snack that we brought him because we knew he was going to have to wait.
That restaurant struggle is a whole nother story.
And so we let him do that once. But I don't know, the tablet thing, it's I see where it would be really easy, but we just don't know if we want to deal with that.
Oh, they get attached. They get really attached.
And then they get aren't they moody and stuff if you take it away, if they have to do anything else?
If we ever let Molly on it too much, you can see just a switch flip. like she wants it. She'll tablet, watch cartoons on time. Like, nope, it's charging, and she'll go upstairs and pout in her room. I mean,
really,
she's only 3 years old, and she knows that she can go pout. And I'll let her pout. She'll sit there and pout. We'll be like, because we'll put on TV for background noise. She won't sit and watch it, but
that's what we do.
But you know what's crazy? That actually that tells me that she's really smart.
Yeah,
if she knows that she can go pout, like her brain is developing.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, she's got a personality, and she'll let you know it too now.
Right,
which it's great. It's
last night
not
I
sad
went
at
over
all.
to her and I was like, "What did you say?" She said, "I said Jay, not Joe." All right, cool.
Okay.
Walked away. It's like, all right then, dude.
Joe over here making all the babies cry.
Jay.
All right, well, Jay wasn't listening to you, and I heard you saying something.
I actually wasn't.
So
she says, "Back up."
But no, we try to to help Oliver do that too when he throwing a tantrum.
Right.
Pick him up, tell him it's okay, sit him down on the couch, and then walk away and let him have his time. Like, it's okay to be sad, but you're not throwing stuff. You know what I mean? You can sit over here and be sad, and you know when you're ready to come. He usually calms down a little bit and then comes over to you. You talk about it. He doesn't talk back yet, but we talk about what happens. He gives us a hug, and then we start playing. And I think that's something that I don't know about your guys' childhood, but I think it was popular when we were younger. Regulating your emotions like that wasn't a thing.
Yeah, just stop crying.
Something to cry about.
Yeah,
that's that's how it was for me as well. It's not in a bad way.
That's not what I'm saying. But just giving
which
them,
is different.
Yeah, giving them an opportunity to think. All right, sometimes shit happens that you don't like and it sucks.
Yeah.
You can be sad about it, that's fine. But at some point, you got to get over it, and you've got to get over it. And then, come find the support. We can give you a hug, we can talk about it. And then we can play again. Nothing happened. We're not going to dwell on it. I'm not going to be mad at you, still about the same thing. No, we calmed down, we talked about it. Now let's go play.
Yeah.
Let's have fun.
That was kind of like how you were just saying when we were growing up. I grew up with a single mom, so she was really strict and stern when it came to things like that. As far as showing your emotions, it's and I understand she had to be, because it was me and my sister, and she has to establish that dominance. Okay, listen, I'm the parent. Because there, how we were talking last night, how whenever you get mad at Molly and Allie has to be the calm one,
right?
Or then vice versa, when Allie gets mad, you have to be the calm one. There wasn't that with my mom. You know what I mean?
Right.
When she was mad, that was it, and that was the law. You know what I mean? So that's just how it was coming up, and I say that it wasn't weird because I never seen the other side. I thought that's just how everybody was getting it. You know what I mean? Until you go over to one of your friends' house and they're yelling at their parents, and I'm like, this is mad awkward. I want to go home. You know what I mean? So that kid you were telling me about that you grew up with, he's yelling at his parents, and
you just think man, they're gonna kill us.
They're gonna kill us.
There's consequences.
About my childhood, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I mean, Chase knows too. So it's some of that stuff growing up, you're yeah, this is real, and but the single parent thing, I could not imagine raising Oliver by myself, and so you kind of have I'm lucky because Shannon's there, so it's easy for one of us to the other day I got so mad at him. This is, if you have kids, I promise you probably understand, but I got so frustrated with him where I was I want to punch this kid.
Right.
But obviously I can't punch a 2-year-old. So I
you could. Joe could drop a 2-year-old if you wanted to.
I need 5 seconds. And I looked at Shannon and I just walked away for a second to be because he was crying because he wanted to put on shoes that were too small on him. They hurt his feet.
Right.
But that's what he wanted to wear, and he just looked in my face and screamed and threw his other shoes, and I was I'm gonna lose my mind. So but having that partner there to be hey, we need to switch off. Maybe you can go stay positive with him. But if it was just me in that moment, I definitely see
both of them would have been angry in the car with the shoes he didn't want on.
Yeah.
So it's
that makes me think of that scene from Big Daddy where he's kangaroo song, kangaroo song, kangaroo song. Nah, but honestly though, I think I did a Father's Day. I didn't do a Father's Day episode, but I did drop on Father's Day, and it was with John.
Yeah.
But I did have the intentions of doing a Father's Day special of just me talking, because I wanted to talk on my thoughts of fatherhood and the absent father that I didn't have. You know what I mean? So what I wanted to say though is, shout out to y'all, for being good dads and those kind of things, because that's what kids need now. You know what I mean? I grew up without a dad, and I turned out okay. But there are people that did grow up without dads that did not turn out okay because they didn't have that leadership or whatever
figure in their life.
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone needs a male figure in their life at some point in time throughout your growing up. So shout out to y'all for sure for being there for your kids, especially through whatever your loved ones got going on, because they also have things going on too, whether it be work or just like stress altogether,
Yeah.
So
it's important.
Appreciate you.
I think it's not yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's not like, I think people don't think about it enough, but like having a father figure, and like my childhood was not the best or easiest, but like I still think having those two parental figures in the house like is really important. It also shows like that you can make, because their relationship wasn't perfect, but it shows that you can like make it through the struggles, and like how maybe not the best way to do it, but that it's possible,
right?
And like you kind of get I don't know, just that support from both sides. I don't know.
Yeah,
it gives you something to kind of look at, like a dynamic, I guess you would say. Like I mean, even if it's not the best, it's an example that you can go off of. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna be a little different, or I'm gonna do this how he did it. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? It's more than just he was perfect, he did this for me. It was, well, I see this and I've learned from it.
And see, that's the thing that I think about too now, because it's like my dad never taught me anything, but he did teach me a lot at the same time.
Yeah,
because he taught me that I don't want to be the dad that he was, and I don't want to make the mistakes that he made, and I want to be there for birthdays and football games and whatever it may be. So
right.
He didn't teach me anything, but at the same time he taught me a lot, you know what I mean? And I think there's a whole nother me trying to forgive him for not being there or whatever, but I think I will reach that point when I have my own kids,
right?
Because then I'll see, like, I kind of went back and forth with it in my head a little bit. At one point in time, I thought to myself, what if, not giving him the benefit of the doubt or trying to like water it down, but what if the reason he walked away was because he knew that he wasn't in the right space to be there for me? What if he stayed out of my life because he knew it was going to be better for me? Because truthfully, the thing is, if I would have been raised by him, I don't know what kind of guy I would be now, because he wasn't that great of a guy,
Yeah.
And I could be, one of three places, I could be alive, I could be dead, or I could be in jail, because that was the life that he lived, so, and that's the other point where I'm like, he didn't teach me anything, but he taught me a lot, so.
Can I ask a personal question?
What's up?
So since I've known you, you know what I mean? Like when he gets brought up or whatever, you're kind of like, yeah, he wasn't there. Like I don't have, there's no feelings. But like, was there a time when you like had feelings about like him not being around? Did you want him around? Like how was that like growing up? Like, if that's too personal, you don't.
No, you're good. This is perfect. Definitely, there were times when I was like, I'd be on the mat wrestling, or I'd be on the football field, or on the basketball court, and I'd be like, want to look in the stands, and it's just my mom, and I'm like, looking at all the other kids, and their dad's like yelling at them, like, do this, like, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, I wish, know. But at the same time, my mom was so strong that I was like, I don't need anybody. Like, I have my mom, like, I don't need anybody, But definitely, though, I did want him to be there. But I will say this: whenever I got the call that he had passed away, I was actually in Florida. I was on vacation at my best friend's place down in Florida, and his stepmom had to come in and tell me, and she was like scared at first because she didn't realize the type of relationship I had with him. So I thought it was mad awkward. I woke up one morning. We had like been awake the night before till like 4 a.m. or something like that, just hanging out. Just a bunch of guys, and we all crashed at his house, and we were all like sleeping on the floor and like on the couch and stuff.
Yeah.
And his stepmom came home early from work, and we were like, what the heck? Like, why is she here? And we were passed out still, though, like in and out. And she wakes up and she's like, hey, Ashton. And he's like, what? She's like, I gotta talk to you. And she grabs him, and they go in like the room, and they're talking. And he comes out, and then she comes out, and she sits down to me, and she cuts on the light, and it's like, the overhead light. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Beck, what are you doing? Like, why are you like? And she's like, I gotta talk to you, sit up. And I like talked to her, and she's like, listen, I got a call this morning that your dad passed away, and we're gonna get you a red-eye flight home tonight. And I'm like, okay, it initially did not bother me at all. Still to this day, I haven't came to terms with it, so it hasn't bothered me at all.
Yeah,
one bit. But even then, like his dad actually came home early from work as well. And these people, they didn't even know me that long at all. Like, you know what I mean? But they were just these kind of people that were like very like loving and sentimental, like whoever it is. His dad comes home and he's like talking to me. He's like, you all right? And I'm like, dude, I'm fine. Like, what do you mean? He's like, all right, I'm just checking on you. And Ashton was like, dude, I told you, it doesn't bother him. Like, and I say all that to say that it's really hard to have feelings for someone that passed away that you never knew.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, of course I knew who he was. I knew what he looked like. There were multiple times when I was younger that, I used to go over to his house whenever he wasn't in jail or whenever he wasn't like on whatever.
Yeah.
But I was really young. Like, I mean, like really, really young. Like before kindergarten young.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, but my sister though, she had a really great relationship with him. I ain't gonna say really great, but they had a relationship, and I think it's had a lot to do with the fact that whenever she was young, my mom and him were together.
Oh, okay.
They were separated and going through a divorce when I was born. So when my mom was pregnant, they were separated. Gotcha. They were going through a divorce. So it didn't bother me at all. Like I just, like I said, it's hard to have feelings for a stranger. It's like me coming in here and be like, yo man, the guy across the street passed away, and you're like, oh, that sucks.
That sucks. Yeah, death is bad, but like,
yeah,
what you got. So, you have that disconnection. And
then that really caused a lot of issues with like my my other side of the family, the Martinez side, because I don't know why. Like I guess it's their uncle, it's their brother, it's whoever to them. So they have an attachment. It's like if your brother had a bad relationship with his ex-girlfriend, but that's your brother though. Yeah. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? So that was their brother at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it caused some issues with us, and they were never wanted to come around either. Like whenever I was younger, because of like I never wanted to go there. Like I was like, I don't want to go over there. Like I don't want to be in that like environment. Like I don't know any of these people.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
So I never really hung out with them. There are a few that I did get to see. My cousin Vicky, she's still in my life today, and her kids. The guy that I was just talking about, the barber, that's her son. So
okay,
shout out Vicky.
Yeah, shout out Vicky. Yeah, but that side of the family, they're all older now. They're all like dying out or whatever. But I never really had a really great relationship with them. But like I said, I had such a strong mom. I had uncles. I have two uncles on my mom's side. One of them was like a dad to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? But he passed away. And that one did hurt though. I will admit that one did hurt, but because it was like that was like a dad to me, you know what I mean? So, but like I said, whenever I become a dad, I think it'll be a little bit more clarity for me, and I'll probably come to terms and reach forgiveness. I've been trying to reach forgiveness on a lot of things lately.
Yeah.
And specifically like ex-relationships, ex-friendships, those kind of things. Specifically the last relationship I had, I've just recently on my own side, like came to terms of forgiveness in that, you forgive, but you don't forget, and you forgive graciously because the time is to come for all of us one day.
No,
so,
for sure.
You know what I mean? So I've come to terms with that, and I think one day, whenever I have kids, I'll come to terms with.
One thing I'll say about that I struggled with having Oliver was, my childhood wasn't whatever, and I thought, when I have a kid, like the same thing. I kind of thought the same thing, but one thing that I didn't think about that ended up happening is that we had Oliver, and I'm like, how do you let your kid have that situation? And
wait, what do you mean?
Like situations that I was in when I was younger.
Right, okay.
And then you have your kid and you're like, damn, like your parents had a kid and they let that happen, and it's like, how? Because I look at Oliver and I love him, and I know my parent. This is no shade to anybody. Like everybody, I'm sure I'm gonna make tons of mistakes in Oliver's life. You know, there's gonna be times probably where he's like, "Fuck you, Dad." Like, you know, hopefully not.
That's just. I mean, but like, there will be times when he doesn't agree with you.
Yeah, and so like, but it's like that was a feeling that I had to figure out how to deal with by myself, because then I was like, holy shit, like what did I do to deserve that? Like you start running through like stupid scenarios in your head where you're like, holy shit, you know what I mean? And it's like terrifying.
Yeah.
At least it was for me. And so like that was a thought that I didn't think about having until I had Oliver. And I remember specifically like he was little, still like newborn. And I'm just sitting in the rocking chair with him, and I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I started crying, dude. Like, cause I just started thinking about it, and it's like, that, you know, I was not ready for that at all.
Right.
But I had that same thought that you do about like, well, once I have kids, like it's gonna probably give me some clarity on that, and it did. But it also brought other things.
Unpacked
that I was, like,
a lot for
not fucking ready for.
Yeah, but that's good though that it did though. It's, you know, you got to unpack that. You know what I mean? Because you know what that is. You know that if you don't unpack that, it just turns into anger.
Oh yeah,
you know?
for sure.
And I reached the point where I was like, I'm not gonna say I forgive him, but I'm tired of being angry though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Just in life, period. Like I said, with him, my ex relationship, my ex friendships, you know, because I never told you this, but there were, you know, there were people that I was close with that whenever that situation happened with my ex, they didn't bother to really hear my side, you know, and they kind of took that side, you know, her side on it, which I'm like, that whatever.
What can you do? Yeah.
Like, okay, like
you can be wrong too. It's fine.
But at the end of the day, no one was with me when I was in that 2-bedroom apartment by myself, like every single night, lonely. You know what I mean? I mean, you were like, you know, you were there.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, I had to go home at some point.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you were always you were always like, bro, you can stay in my second bedroom, and I'd be like, nah, because I didn't want to be imposed and like, you know, y'all were not even married yet. Y'all were just, you know, engaged. So like, but. That's the thing, though. I was angry. I was very, very angry. And it, like I say this, and I mean, like, recently just got over this anger. And I mean, like, 2023 recently. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Come to terms with, like, I'm tired of being angry. Like, you know what I mean? I'm really tired of being angry. So, like, you know, I just decided that one day, not one day, but over time, one day I was just like, it's time to forgive. You know? It's time to move on. It's time to forget. Wait, I don't say forget. Forgive, but never forget what you went through or what happened, you know. So
what made you.
Exactly. What made me, what made me who I am today, because I'm a totally different person than I was, you know. Easily different person, you know. So.
I know prior Jay, but this Jay's a great person.
Yeah, I was going to say, Chase didn't even know prior Jay, man. That's the crazy part about it all, man. Didn't even know me at that point.
Nope.
I think we,
because I was off a gaming then.
Yeah, but like I don't remember what was our first meet.
Something at Joe's house.
Had to be at Joe's house, right?
House,
yeah. Was it the first cookout?
It might have been.
The very first cookout, probably. You didn't even have a backyard yet.
I didn't have the fence or the grass.
Right. Yep. Probably that was probably the very first time.
Dougie was out there.
Heard a lot about you before that though, but like that was probably the very first time I definitely met you. And then that's when I met everybody else.
I think it's funny. Like, I mean, I've been friends with Chase for a long time, but like, we would talk on the phone every now and then. But the gaming really helped open a way for us to like start talking more. Because then you're like, it's like you're hanging out, you know. Right. And I understand why Chase took time off of gaming, especially having a younger child. You know, it's hard to find the time. You know, and then also find the time to be there for your wife. Like, you know, make sure that she's getting. You know.
Dad duties. Doing dad
duties, that's right.
So.
She was having a hard time. We went through some stuff and I was like, you know, this console isn't that important to me right now.
Absolutely, man.
Set it down.
End of the day, you got to choose between doing the right thing and being a good dad, being a good husband, or being a gamer. Easily going to choose.
Chase was the first one I played the Modern Warfare 2019 with.
Really?
We played multiplayer way before Warzone, and nobody else played. None of the other boys played it. So me and Chase would be on.
I didn't even have it yet. You know how I got it? I watched Joe's cats for a week while he was on a cruise, and they were like, "We're gonna take care of you when we get back." And I'm like, "Dude, don't you don't gotta take care of me, like whatever. Like I don't mind it at all. Like I can watch after your cats because I had nothing going on in my life at that point." And he comes back and he's like, "Hey, we got you something." And it was a card, and then the game was inside the bag, man. I was like, dude, what? Like, I appreciate it, because, like, he had been talking about it the whole entire time.
Yeah.
I was just a cook at that point, so I didn't have, like, all the funds that I, to be able to, like, start up a gaming situation.
Yeah.
But that's how I got into it there, right there. Like, I was already gaming before that, but that's how I got into the most recent.
So he told me the story where he was like, I could give him money, and he's going to spend it on bills.
Yeah, that's exactly That's exactly what he told me, yeah.
He's like,
If I
nah.
get
you the game, then we could hang out.
Yeah,
But yeah, Chase, before he took the break from gaming, it was it was just me and him playing multiplayer. And we played COD and stuff back in the day, but that was like, I think all the boys, like, we all took some time off of, like, gaming like that, and then me and Chase played that, and then you took the break, but then that's when, like, you started playing, you and Evan,
right?
And then Kubi jumped in.
Shout out Kubi. Yo, shout out Kubi, bro. We were just talking about, shout out Evan too. Divers never quit.
Divers never give up.
Or give up, that's what it is. Divers never give up. Both of them are divers, but shout out to both of those guys, man. Out in Cali, man. Is Kubi still out there? Right?
I have no idea where Kubi is right now because he doesn't respond to my texts.
Okay. Oof. Well, shout out Kubi.
It's all love.
Yeah, all love.
Respectfully.
All love. Shout out Kubi. Everybody's got to take a break, you know what I mean? Yeah. So shout out Kubi. I hope you're, getting in the right mental space, and I hope to hang out soon. Honestly, they've met you. I haven't even got to meet you in person yet. So, shout out.
Or just hop back in Discord,
Or hop in the Discord.
We miss your voice, Kubi.
Yeah.
Literally.
I miss all the sus things you would say to us.
I can hear it now. Oh my god.
Yeah, right.
Nah, dude, we had some good times though there in the beginning. Not to say we're not having great times right now in the game, but Modern Warfare was just a different animal in the beginning.
I think COVID had a big part to play in that. When you couldn't go do things, a lot of things were closed, and then it was something new, and everybody wanted to hang out. And
well, the gameplay though as well.
It was different. It's feeling a little stale.
Right now it is. We're kind of in a limbo.
Yeah.
We don't want to quit it.
We enjoy playing it together.
Absolutely. But
we don't enjoy I don't enjoy the game as much as I did.
Anybody that's watching this follows me on Twitch, but like I haven't been streaming as much, and it's because the passion for that game isn't there right now. So I took some time off, but
and that's 98% of what we streamed on Twitch was Call of Duty, and
I'm gonna get back into it.
We are looking into other games to stream though. We're looking to grow on our streaming platforms. All three of us actually. They're paving the way for me right now. I'm on the path to affiliate. They're already affiliate and growing. Especially Chase growing one more follower today with Jay Holden.
Jay Holden, thank you.
Chase has the most followers out of any of us in this room.
Yeah, because he got raided that day.
Yeah, that raid.
That raid did it, man.
Yeah.
Crack saved me right there.
Yeah. Crack streams, right?
Yeah. FB cracked on Twitch.
Is that the guy that was like, you want your butt drink? Like,
yeah. His YouTube video, he's just running around proximity chat. I'm gonna drink a butt. Come here, get that butt drink.
He's definitely entertaining. You can see why he has,
when you can snipe somebody from a moving car,
dude, that's his biggest thing is being. He calls himself the seat switch master or something. So he'll be driving a car and he switches seats and just beams people out of the car and then switches back and drives it. Like
it'll only be him in the car.
Yeah,
he'll pull up on someone, switch seats to shoot them, switch seats to the other side to reload real quick, and then switch seats back to the driver's seat, move the car, switch back seats, beam somebody. Like, I don't know how he does it, but that's like his thing. It's the seat swap king is what he calls himself, and he just always honestly
the clips I've seen, I'm like, all right, he's better than I thought he was. Respectfully.
Shout out Crack Streams, man. Hopefully we're there one day though. I think we're close though. Like especially y'all too. Y'all have a following, but I think we're all getting there.
I've been slacking. I need to get back on it because now the last 2 or 3 streams, nobody, no engagement.
Right.
Yeah. Luckily, my sister pops in. Shout out Chelsea.
She's retired from Call of Duty.
But I was getting more when I was streaming consistently.
Yeah, Chelsea retired from Call of Duty because she had to work on her dryer. Right?
Dryer, that's right.
Had to work on her dryer. Thankfully, I think she's got that fixed.
At the airport, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Bro, we could hear it here, not on the game, and she lives in fucking Virginia.
Yeah. Yo, for real, dude, for real. But Hopefully we're moving in a positive direction with the Twitch though, because I do want to get into not just streaming games, but streaming
even just chatting, just
chatting, and reviews, reactions, Smoked or Smoked, still waiting on these guys. Smoked or Smoked is gonna drop another episode, to be announced.
I think we have a better idea of what we want to do with
absolutely
it than what we did the first time.
Yeah,
I think now a lot of the reaction stuff, kind of bullshitting, like podcast format, but on a live stream, and we were just feeling it out the first one.
And we got a lot of equipment flowing around right now.
Right.
I got 3 mics. You got like 4 mics. You got like a mic. We all got soundboards. Like, we got a lot of equipment flowing around right now. Yeah. So,
we're improving.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Steps forward.
We're in a better spot than we were at the beginning of 2023. So
100%.
I agree with that. I agree with that a lot, man. And hopefully, we continue to get to grow as long as this AI doesn't take us out.
These are facts. Who needs real streamers when you have AI streamers?
Yeah, we need to start doing some vlog stuff.
I want to.
Yeah, we should vlog.
What?
The concert in October we're going to.
Ooh. First of all, before we get into that concert in October, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Nolan Smith. Still got to have you on the show. He hit me up it's been recent, and he was talking about my podcast again. I just haven't been able to make it happen yet, but we still have got to make that happen. Lead singer of Heirloom. I don't know if you guys know Heirloom. If you don't, you see the merch right here. We got our merch, but you need to get your merch.
They just dropped new merch.
And
an album announcement. So they're dropping their album called Romanticize on August 25th, but they have 3 new songs dropping on the 11th. And they have new merch coming with all of it. And the merch, honestly, is fire. I'm going to scoop up one of the hoodies.
I am, just for support.
One of the hoodies. I'm super hyped for the album. They're really good. I'm bummed because they have a show on the 18th that I won't be able to make it to.
Yeah.
But they're having an album release show in Raleigh September 1st that I'm going to try to go to. The only thing is, Shannon's birthday is the 2nd.
Why do you keep getting these dates so close to your events?
He's got that one on the 1st, and then Shannon's birthday on the 2nd, and then the other one's on the 13th of October, and your anniversary is on
the 12th.
The 12th.
It's on the other show that we're going to in October is the 14th, and my anniversary with Shannon is on the 12th.
Man.
But yeah, so shout out
Shannon, thank you.
I'm really hyped for this album because their previous work is really, really good, and I love being introduced by you, and then being able to see them live was really cool. And I've been following them close.
Yeah, and what you say, 6 new songs in the album too, though, right?
So no, it's gonna be 7 new songs. 3 of them they have out as singles. I think that's correct.
Okay.
But
man, I'm sorry, Nolan. Joe's got all that. He's been following really close.
I fuck with the music. So I've been. You guys know how I am about music, anyways.
Yeah.
I'm always hitting y'all up about, listen to this song. Check this song out. Especially.
Do you feel sad today? Here, listen to this.
Especially in that scene. But no, I just liked their energy that they brought too, and when they were on stage, and you know what I mean. I don't know him. I never met him before that day, and the energy they brought was
awesome.
Really good. Their music is really good.
The whole show was good too.
Their music videos and stuff are good too.
Yeah.
They're for someone for a band that's smaller and all that, and the thought and the creativity in their videos and stuff is pretty cool.
Yeah. So shout out Heirloom, Romanticize dropping 8/25. Not to be confused with their single Romanticize.
That's on the album.
That's also going to be on the album, but the album is titled Romanticize. So
hopefully I didn't fuck that up.
No, I'm sure we just talked about it last night. I think that was what he said.
Leave a comment if anything sounds wrong, please. Yeah, comment as much as possible.
Check out Heirloom on Spotify.
Heirloom on Spotify.
We'll share the link.
Are they only on Spotify, or is it?
Share the link right here.
Okay,
all platforms, right?
Yeah,
all platforms.
I'm pretty
Heirloom,
sure.
So,
but
see if Jay can edit that link in there somewhere. Right here.
I can throw a link in there.
But yeah, then we're going to a show. I'm trying to take you guys to a show October 14th, which is Knocked Loose, Alpha Wolf. Is it Motionless and White? I don't really care for Motionless and White that much, but Knocked Loose.
I don't know anything about any of these.
I'm trying to get in that pit.
I've been listening to Knock Loose a lot, and it's gonna be aggressive.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
It's gonna be sick.
It's like
you remember
Okay, so tell me this. on a scale of 1 to 10 versus the other show, the Heirloom show.
So the thing is, Knocked Loose has a lot more fans.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be a shit ton more people, and
Bigger venue.
they get a little more aggressive.
Okay.
So
It's like the worst of when the mosh got the biggest at the Heirloom concert.
Yeah.
Probably that times what, 3 or 4?
The biggest mosh that we were in at the Heirloom
easily.
times 3 or 4.
Yeah, because it's most likely gonna end up being a sold out show, and
So gotta buy tickets.
You're gonna have like the vibe at a smaller show is like really cool, and everyone else is really cool and chill. And I'm not saying it's not like that. Like, it's probably gonna be people being cool and chill, but you're just dealing with a lot more people. So like, you know that one dude that was like just mad.
Yeah, the one that got.
You're
mad.
gonna end up having like a couple more, and then like when the pit opens up. So the thing is, like, you're so close together. When the pit opens up, you get moved, and you don't have a choice about moving because the entire crowd, like, they make a pit, and they're going to get that pit made in that spot. You're not stopping it from happening.
Right.
It doesn't matter where you're standing. So it might come behind, like, might be starting behind you, and you get pushed forward, and you don't have any say-so in where you're going.
I'm gonna have my drink finished before the pits start opening up.
Dude, it's fucking, but it's so much fun.
Oh wait, you got yours knocked out of your hand last.
By my boy.
It spilled all over.
Yeah,
I was like, shit, I'm gonna smell drunk as shit driving home. I didn't even drink anything.
Yeah, I think I had my drink knocked out of my hand too. Whenever we were there, because I had a beer.
I feel like that's when you went into the pit too.
Yeah. I had a beer.
But you guys are gonna have fun. It's gonna be a blast. Are we going to that one on Tuesday?
Talking about the October or the September one?
August 1st. That's Tuesday.
No.
That's
That's this Tuesday.
Yeah,
you mean
it's in a
like in
couple
4
days.
days? Like,
Yeah, it's just in Myrtle.
or 3 days actually. 3 days.
It's just in Myrtle.
It's just
that
money.
wouldn't be that
Just
bad.
time.
Just I definitely can't because Monday or Tuesday is going to be orientation day for me.
Yeah.
So
What's at 5?
what is?
The concert.
You know what I have?
Oh, yeah,
you know what I
orientation
have?
meeting in the
You
morning.
know what I have the rest of the week? Work at 6.
Well, you know what I had the rest of the week? Vacation. Yeah. I'll be in our Melbourne. So.
We'll see if I can convince Chase to go.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. But not to get off track of the music though, but I did mention the AI, and I wanted to get into this before we were done because you sent that thing the other day. I did not watch it yet,
yeah.
but I've heard so much about just AI and aliens, period, going on right now, and I've seen something so hilarious earlier. Did you guys see where that girl was like on the flight and she was like, I'm getting off because that guy
That
back there,
motherfucker right there
is
is
not
not
real.
real.
Bro, I seen this thing that was like, we owe her an apology right now because they've been in, like, the U.S. government announced the other day that we have in fact been in contact with like aliens, and at some point in time we did have alien like species in our possession.
Yeah.
Or not in our possession, but like, you know. Okay, yeah, in our possession. But like, I want to know you guys' take on it because like I've always been a believer in extraterrestrial life. It's just unreal to believe that in all the galaxies that are out there that we'll never get able to explore, it's unreal to believe that there is not other life out there.
I think it's harder to believe that there's life out there that can, at least for what we understand on how to travel in space and how long it would take and all that. Like, I believe that there's life out there. I think it's harder to believe that life would be able to travel here from somewhere because of but it's only because of our limited knowledge on how to travel through space and all that, and like how far away it is. But I mean,
so then
I think
with that being said though, if aliens are real, which they are, if they are real, would you say that, because you're saying it's too far, right? Would you say they've been here this whole time?
I mean, I think they've been here for a long time. I think, you know what I think though? I think the Earth I think civilization is a lot older than we think. But I think that there's been...
Well, you don't know how many times it could have reset.
That it restarted everything.
I think that too. I think
and that's what I firmly believe it. If you guys want to look up something interesting, Graham Hancock. He's he does like archaeological stuff, I think, but he's like all of his stuff. Him and Randall Carlson are two guys you should look up. That they like. I have Graham Hancock's book it's an audio book that I'm listening to right now, and it's about him like finding proof of like ancient civilizations and how they were way more advanced than we think. And like, this is the thing, they could have, like, if you think about the pyramids and all this kind of shit,
Right.
They probably, if everything restarts right now, like say there's a catastrophe, Earth restarts right now, and it's like, you know, a couple hundred people have to repopulate the Earth, they're not going to develop and invent things the same way that we do now. So like, they probably had, you know, they could have had something that was instead of the internet, but still brought the same technological advances for them.
We need Robert in here for this. I just want to say that.
Oh my gosh, Rob, we gotta get you on the show. I don't know if he likes to be called Rob, but yeah, Robert, we gotta get you on here.
They could have had, you know what I mean, like
you heard, like Atlantis. Like I think Atlantis was real now.
Yeah, 100%.
After talking with
Same.
Robert, like
Same.
it's just
100%.
Same.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they, you know, what if they didn't invent cars the way we think of cars? Like, what if they invented something else that was how they traveled? Like, there's so many other
like Isaac Newton, like how he got power. Like I don't know if y'all have looked in. I think it's Newton or Edison. I don't know. Sorry,
Thomas Edison and a bit of the light bulb.
So probably Newton then. But how he could just pull power out of atmosphere, and he could have lights on that didn't have any wires to them. Just it was a tower he had.
Is that Tesla?
That's Nikola
Tesla. Thank you.
Nikola
Thank you.
Tesla,
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm also dumb, by the way.
Newton did that.
Also dumb, by the way.
Yeah,
No, there's
Tesla.
just so many people out there that just like have
Tesla
got
was
stuff
wild.
like
Yeah, his stuff got burned down.
How did he die? I don't even know how he died, but
No idea.
Nikola Tesla, his stuff did get burned down because he said that he made the biggest like source of energy or something
Right.
like that, and
Which pulled it out of the environment. Just and it, my buddy Robert talked about how pyramids, they had the same conical shape that this is a power source. I don't know much about it, that's why I said we gotta have him on.
You know what's interesting? I seen a picture the other day, and it was like Antarctica, and there was like a mountain or whatever, and this mountain was shaped exactly like a pyramid, and it was like,
Well, that's what. So the thing is,
That's wild.
Antarctica got discovered in 18 something, right?
correct, yep.
There's maps that
what I thought
predate
as
that have Antarctica on the map.
I've
So it's
seen
like
that, yeah.
some like, but that map was created from another source map. But like either way, someone knew that shit was down there,
Right.
And like that's a hint at like. So this is the thing: is like you always hear about these ancient civilizations, like the Mayans, or you hear about like older civilizations in like South America or whatever, and they always talk about, oh, this god or this like white man with a long beard like taught us this. So the theory, like one of the theories is like people that survived that were in, like right now there are tribes that don't have internet, electricity, contact, right? So it's like they are probably more likely to survive than us if there's a catastrophe because they're already living
Right.
off of whatever the fuck happens with no shelter, no technology. They're not relying on shit. They don't use money in the same, you know, in the way we use it. Like,
Yeah.
they don't
They don't even
rely
wear
on
clothes.
They don't rely on anything. So it's
Yeah.
like the theory is that those tribes survive like a catastrophe, and then the kind of people that survive,
The advanced civilization that survives.
they go and tell these people things and show them things, and they're like, oh shit, this guy's a god or an alien because he can, you know, he created, you know,
Look at how
fucking
this
planes
moves.
and
Look how
shit.
this, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that's another theory on it, is that that's where you get some of these things that they would write down or transcribe, is like because they're like, this guy is fucking a magician.
Yeah. Before we get too far away from it, I did want to touch on the fact that I did see something along the lines of like, it was like ancient carvings or whatever, and they were like depicting that there was in fact helicopters. And this, I'm looking at it and it's like showing, and it's like, and if you look right here, what is that? And he's like, that looks like a helicopter. And it's like, what if that was?
Oh, yeah.
The reset thing like you were talking about.
Yeah.
What if that was? What if that was
Like-
the whole entire civilization and they reset?
And that's, I mean,
That's what I believe.
You'll see, like, I mean, even Egyptians have stuff where it shows things above other people flying or doing this, and it's like, well,
Is that aliens, or is that just we were advanced?
Or that, yeah.
We were just advanced, and then a catastrophe wipes shit out. People start over, and then we have to invent things in another way, and you don't. There's no memory of
the
how.
person didn't live forever?
And then we invent the steam engine that creates all this other stuff. But what if instead of the steam engine, if we invented something else, then we're putting all our money and focus off of that because that's what's working.
What if
right now?
magnetism was really important then, and everything was done with magnets, movement, travel?
What if the magnetic field has gotten weaker just over time, And at that point, they were using magnets.
Oh yeah, for all their
whatever.
compasses and
And
everything.
There's so many things.
Over time, it's gotten weaker, and we just, we couldn't use it anymore,
There's so many things that it's so interesting. I have no idea what the right answer is. I believe that there was probably more civilizations and it's reset.
You know who
and
does
it's
believe
reset.
that? Or you know who does know? Our government.
I mean, they probably got a better
Probably not
idea.
Part of it.
There's a book of secrets that the president, when they're...
That's what I heard. There's
sworn
National
into.
Treasure, number 2. It's about the Book of Secrets.
Bro was ready for that. He's like, yeah, National Treasure. Nicolas
Bro,
Cage was there.
Shout out Nick Cage.
Fun fact about Joe. National Treasure is my favorite movie to watch on Christmas.
Really?
Every single Christmas.
Christmas?
I don't know why.
It's not even a Christmas movie, right?
No, not at all. But every Christmas, Shannon knows I turn on National Treasure.
I mean, it's a banger of a movie.
I
Banger of a
love that.
series.
It is.
I
honestly.
love that movie.
It is.
And I watch it every Christmas and almost every Thanksgiving.
Just the first one?
It's
I
like
love
holidays.
history, so I, of course, love that.
It's like holidays just being off and being at home and like it's a classic movie and I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I watch it more than I watch like a Christmas movie or anything. Like on Christmas. I want to watch National Treasure. It's a fire movie.
Yeah.
The second one's good too, it's just not as good. But it's good.
Yeah, I still watch them both.
I do too, yeah.
No, I watch for sure.
Interesting. Well, yeah, but I'm pretty sure the president, there are secrets to the nation that the
They don't
president
tell
has
the
told.
president. They
don't think
tell.
so?
No, this motherfucker's in there for 4 years. You think they're telling Joe Biden all this shit?
There's certain
No,
people
they-
that
They
have
probably
these.
tell Joe Biden because he ain't going
He's
to
a-
remember it tomorrow.
Bro, the president, in my opinion, is a puppet. You have all these fucking congressmen
I
and all
agree
these
with
people
that.
that have been in government for like 70 fucking years.
Corporation.
if the president is a puppet, though, explain presidents that are...
I think they still have some power to decide things. I'm just saying.
If they get
that
enough
in
people
the-
behind them, they're gonna have an influence.
I'm
Exactly.
just saying that
Influence
there's-
is what's important.
There's things that they're
So
not.
then, if that's the case, then why whenever a president has a big following, Donald Trump, for example, why don't they get reelected just like that?
Well, I mean, they made sure he did it because of his following, per se.
Okay, so do you think that he is the type of president that was being puppeted, or was he the type of president that was trying to fight back or give a little bit of pushback?
He
and they were
probably
like,
wasn't doing the shit that they wanted him to do.
I think he was trying to make his own legacy. I think he's a very, I'm gonna say arrogant. He had an ego. You know what I
It
mean?
was the same thing with Kennedy. Kennedy
Yeah.
wasn't doing what they wanted him to do, so they shot him.
Yeah,
But
I agree. I agree with that.
The CIA killed Kennedy.
Yeah,
It's not a
absolutely.
secret. Like
Absolutely, yeah.
And I mean, Trump just has a lot of money, a lot of support, and I mean, he's alive still. That's impressive enough.
because Kennedy didn't want to go to war.
Which was surprising for a Democrat.
They were putting
political
people.
leader.
Yeah,
They were putting
yeah.
people like all the Cubans that they had in Miami that were like ready to go back, and like they were like no. They were telling Kennedy that they have to go to war, and he was like no. And they're like, well, what do we do with all these people that we already had trained? They were saying that it was like
Right, because that was during
a
the
revolution.
Cuban Missile Crisis,
Yeah,
right?
which is crazy how close we were to nuclear war so many times.
I think we could be on the brink of nuclear war right now, and they
I
wouldn't
think we
even tell
always
us.
are.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't know. We wouldn't know till it lands.
You know, Einstein and a couple people made like a bunch of scientists around that time made a doomsday clock, and when the clock reaches midnight, that's like when the world's gonna end, and it goes forward and backwards. So depending on the state of the world right now, and they redo it every January. They re-say like why they think it's gonna, why they think
know
we're
that.
closer to the end.
Sounds terrifying.
Is this year 2023 was the closest. It's like 2 minutes to midnight or something like that. It's the closest it's ever been.
And midnight's supposed to be when the world ends.
Like when and it's like because of all the AI stuff, and then because of the threat of nuclear war. But there was so many times. I mean, you know about the time that so the protocol was if Russia had a nuke launched at them, they were supposed to attack right away, even before the nuke hit. So their system malfunctioned and said nukes had been launched from us to Russia.
When was this?
This was I don't remember the years again, but it's like factual. So this guy in Russia, right? So he sees it on the screen, and he's supposed to immediately launch, like not say anything. Like you don't have to do anything else. You're just supposed to launch. That's protocol. So it says that there's nukes coming from the U.S. to go to Russia. This guy has a feeling. So instead of following protocol, he broke protocol and made a call to someone. Found out it was false, and the system was just malfunctioning.
Was malfunctioned.
Malfunctioning or hacked?
I don't know, but either way, it would. He stopped it.
So
There was
now we're
another-
circling back to AIs.
And then so like the AI stuff, like
They could make that
this
sound
is the
like.
thing. I don't know a lot about it. That video is really fun, like really fun to watch. From it's called the Y Files is the name of the channel.
Right.
That guy is really cool. But so a lot of this is my opinion on the AI stuff. I don't know a lot about it, but the fact that a lot of people that are doing developmental stuff with AI are now coming back and being like, yo, we should chill for a little bit because it's doing stuff that they don't understand, that they didn't program it to do, and it's just kind of doing its own, it's just doing its own shit, and they're like, maybe we're not quite ready for this yet.
Or maybe we just messed up because it doesn't matter now if we're ready or not. It's going to do its own thing.
Right.
I think it's too far gone now.
Yeah.
There's some interesting stuff out there. I want to like know a little bit
All
more about
I know
before I start
is,
talking
man,
about
if it comes down to it and the world's ending, we're going to all meet up at Costco. We're going to close the doors. We're going to strap up. Chase, bring all your guns. And we're going to live in there until we figure it out. You know what I mean? So
It's going to be the bunker.
the bunker, literally, yeah. So
Feel free to join the movement whenever it comes. We're going to need support.
Absolutely.
Gonna need
Absolutely.
hands.
Gonna need hands, gonna need guns, gonna need people not afraid to pull the trigger. So, interesting.
Theoretically, no one freak out.
Yeah, no,
We ain't going there.
we're not like the ones that are telling you it's set in stone right now. We're just like, we're theoretically speaking right now, so.
Let me
But it
rephrase that on YouTube. Don't cancel us.
Yeah, don't cancel us, please. You do definitely gotta be,
It's got to be in your head. Yeah, it's got to be in your head.
It has to be in your head. You cannot be naive to the fact that these things.
I love being naive, though. I'm going to say that right now. I told Joe before, whenever he sent that video, I was like, you know, there's a little bit of bliss in ignorance.
Yeah. You're right.
I mean, not that you should be, but it's there.
You live a more or less stressful life.
If you can kind of just turn it off every now and then.
I mean, think about the developments in like all the AI and technology, and then you think about in the next 80 years, what's going to happen? I mean, 80 years ago from now is World War II.
Yeah.
Think about how far we've come. And
Think about how much horsepower the cars have now compared to then.
crazy, dude.
Yeah.
But
One
you think
cares.
about like that was in 80 years, but then you think about since we were kids, which is just like 30 years.
When we didn't have the internet.
That's what I'm saying. No internet, no cell phones. You know what I mean? Nothing like we have now.
Yeah.
Like you think about the jump it's made in 30. What does the next 30 look like? What does it look like for our kids when they're our age? What does the world look like?
Wasteland. Just kidding. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
We could have some great advancements.
Nah, you're good.
Sorry.
Dude. You're
Dang.
good.
Who
You
doesn't
can
have
get that
this-
if you need to, honestly.
That's probably Oliver to say goodnight.
Do it. Put Ollie on there.
Hey, you're on the podcast. Say hi.
Ali.
Oliver.
Oliver just wanted to say goodnight.
Hi, Ollie.
I didn't realize what time it was.
What are
What?
we looking at?
Oh, I got my text messages too.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
What
it's
are you
night.
doing?
I guess it's nighttime, guys. I mean, I don't have kids, so
What are you doing, Ollie?
my dogs stay awake all night.
Okay, he just wanted to say goodnight.
Okay. I love you.
They love Daddy.
No? Okay.
He said I love Ollie earlier, and I was like, that's good. You love yourself.
That is
Really
good.
great.
Well, I told him, I've been telling him that. I said, I love Ollie. And he'll say, I love Daddy. And I was like,
That's what I do with
do you
Molly
love
too.
Ollie? He's like, love Ollie. I'm like, that's good. You should love yourself.
Love yourself.
All right. How's your night going?
Fine. Just
Do you want
tired.
to say anything to the
Yeah, you're
viewers
on
of
you're
At
on
Your
air
Leisure?
right now, Shannon.
About my what?
Do you want to say anything to the viewers of At Your Leisure?
At my leisure?
Jay's YouTube channel is AtYourLeisure229.
Well, just tell us I said hi, and
They can hear you.
They can hear you. The mic's put up to the phone.
well, hi. Hello, everyone.
Go
Appreciate
ahead.
you stopping
Go
by,
ahead.
Shannon.
Plug your Instagram.
Yeah.
No, I don't like to
Plug
do
it.
that.
Come on,
waiting.
Shannon. Everyone's waiting.
My what do I say? I don't
What's the
know.
name of your Instagram?
Shannon loves books with a 0 instead of an O.
Shannon Loves Books.
Follow Shannon Loves Books with a 0 instead of an O on
You get
Instagram.
your,
That's a really
you
long
get all
name.
your,
Yeah.
You get all your spicy book content reviews and new books and all that stuff
Yeah.
from that Instagram. So
Honestly, my mom likes to read books too,
Yeah?
so she would definitely follow.
hell yeah. All right.
Okay, well,
I love you.
have fun.
All right. Bye.
Love you. Sorry to bother.
No, you're fine. Bye.
Bye.
Something like some family vibes.
Sorry.
We always love it when we always love it when the
We
family
gotta
drops
say
by.
good night to the kid.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's good that
When we can.
they're on the schedule, man.
when we can.
Must be freaking nice. My schedule is to get her to sleep when she falls asleep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean she does well for most of
Yeah, typically before 10.
Right.
Last night was a tough night, but
Was she
Yeah.
fine when you got home?
she was out in the car.
That's what I was thinking. Whenever they drove home, I was like, she's gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, she
Like,
passed out in the car. Allie put her in bed. I didn't because I smelled like cigars, and she'd wake up when she hit my shoulder or something.
It probably was only the fact that you're at somebody else's house. You know, I mean,
She does that every time she's over there. She never falls asleep, but she always like will lay down and chill for like
Right.
the last couple hours.
And I mean, the problem too was we did let her watch the phone, and she will.
Yeah.
So when we got in the car, I was like, "No phone." She's
Right.
like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, nah. You've had enough
Yeah.
phone time." And she passed out.
yeah. Well, like we said, hopefully in the next 80 years, it's not a wasteland because we want them to be able to have a good life and
Yeah.
have kids of their own.
I mean, I'm gonna teach Ma to better be a warrior in a garden than
Oh
a
yeah,
gardener in a war. So she's gonna be a warrior.
absolutely, man. Shout out to the kids, man. I
About
love
to
it.
get Ollie in jujitsu
Hey,
That'd be
once
sick.
he's old enough.
That'd be sick.
now
Makes
start him
martial
now.
Start just throwing him
Gonna
around.
be the next Conor McGregor.
Oh shit!
You gotta sprawl.
Shut your mouth.
Shit. Well,
That's funny, dude.
Apologize for nothing.
Oh yeah, he's like, I'd like to sincerely apologize. Absolutely nobody.
Wild.
so funny, dude.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I love it. I love it a lot. I love the kids when they see me, they just automatically start smiling.
My kid's set for
Yeah.
Jay. We said we're going over to Ollie's house. Okay, is Jay gonna be there? Yeah, Jay's gonna be there. Okay.
I thought it was hilarious that one day we were carrying the cooler. Me and Chase were carrying it, and we set it down, and she goes, "Jay, you're so strong." And I was like, "Thank you."
I'm over on the other side of the cooler struggling.
Chase is like, hello."
Yeah, that's
Like,
cool. Whatever, it's fine. I'm not upset.
Yeah, like she never asks about me anymore.
It's all about Jay.
It's because I'm the new one in the group, man.
It's because
That's why.
he's a tree.
I guess yeah, I am
He's
the
a
tallest.
giant.
I am the tallest one until Sick Nick comes around. I think he's taller than me.
I really never even notice how tall Sick Nick was. I'm
I
gonna be
think he's
honest.
taller than me. A little bit. Maybe the same height, actually. But other than that, I'm the tallest one.
Yep.
I think, right?
Yeah.
Dougie Rich, taller than them. Taller than Evan.
Just a little taller than Tyler.
Just a little bit. He's almost got me. And then,
Definitely taller than Jared Holden's short ass.
who's shorter, Tyler or Gerald?
It's Tyler.
Oh, okay, okay.
I mean, it's neck and neck.
Right.
It's neck and neck.
Hey, let's be honest. For the stream right now, I want to hear from y'all two. 1-on-1, Tyler, Jared Holden.
T-Water.
T-Water.
Yeah?
Easy.
He's got it?
Jared Holden don't got shit.
Man, he's got that redhead energy. You don't know what he's coming with.
No, yeah, I know. Yeah. That's crazy. That's funny. I didn't even know Tyler worked at Red Robin, too. That I'm like, dude, we're all literally connected to
So
Red
yeah.
Robin, dude. Evan too, right?
Yeah.
You didn't work there though, right? Nah.
I was out of restaurants. Domino's was it. I couldn't cook nothing. I just washed dishes and delivered. That was it.
Yeah, I feel that.
Who can't make a pizza? This effing guy.
Dude, I wish I just had to wash dishes and deliver pizzas.
If you could make $1 million off of that, would you do it?
Easy.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Easy.
Easiest
If I
job.
could make what I'm making now delivering pizzas, I would do it in a heartbeat.
I mean, yeah.
It was fun. I just listened to music the whole time.
Just drove the speed limit the whole time.
Absolutely. Only the speed limit, never over.
Never ever.
We didn't have a delivery service on my
Now
last
they
place,
have the fucking
but
GPSs that follow.
No
You
way.
have to log in on the app
ooh,
on your phone when you're delivering.
thanks to you guys.
My brother
Those are
likes
facts.
it because it also like will show you when you get to the like it'll map it immediately for you.
Yeah.
But also he says like when people don't answer the door, he just clicks that it was delivered and it's done, and then people always notice it and they come to their door.
Oh dang.
That's kind of
Because
cool.
then they're like, wait a second, it was
Man.
delivered.
Can't make no more gas station stops no more.
Can't pull over and get in the car with your buddy.
Bro, I used to talk to Sean.
Did we talk about that?
Yeah, I think he told me that.
I used to talk to Sean sometimes, and we would like be in the middle of talking about something. I would just pull over and sit there and talk to him until I finished the conversation. Then I would go back to work.
Was he was already out there? And,
He was in Virginia.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But he was working at the Foot Locker, and he was waiting to go to boot camp, and he had like a 2-hour drive because of traffic.
2 hours?
It was something
I would
like
not
that.
go there, dude. I would not be working there.
But
Have to be closer.
he didn't care. He just wanted the discount for the shoes.
Plus, he had already had a plan. He was just waiting on. So it was really,
Like, I'm gonna collect my shoes.
Yeah. He's I'm gonna have he's like, I might be like the last one to get there, but I'm gonna have the cleanest shoes out of everybody there. So
Dude, he 100% does.
he's a big sneakerhead.
Yes.
Like what we talking, like Jordans, like,
All of it.
Really?
Everything. He's got
I gotta
like,
meet
collection.
I gotta meet you, Sean. I gotta meet you,
I
bro.
don't
Because
have
I'm
them.
also a sneakerhead.
I don't know a lot about shoes, but I know that he's got like the Fruity Pebble LeBron ones. He's
Ooh.
got
I bet he's got the.
he's got a bunch of shit that's like never been worn, just in the box. He buys them and like resells stuff. He like keeps the ones that he likes.
There was this pair of LeBrons that were like Arnold Palmer's when he played for Miami, and they were like nice, dude. They were really nice.
I don't know what I don't know everything that he has, but I know he's got.
Dang, when is there going to be an opportunity to meet him?
There ain't no talent.
It's the only most time he comes back is during a wedding. So
If he can even get time off, he's so busy. But I mean, that dude, he hit Master Sergeant already,
oh yeah.
or something like that.
So I'm not keeping up, Sean. Love you, man.
Something like that. He's
I know
like,
you got that dog though. That dog's cute.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? He's never going to see this, dude. He doesn't follow me, so.
Oh, he will once I share it. He better follow.
But here's the thing,
Much
though. He may not ever get to come out here. I don't even know you, but definitely appreciate the service that you're doing for us.
100%.
Reminder.
100% appreciate that. So,
For sure.
yeah, that's dope, man. That's really dope.
I was thinking we could edit out the part about me getting those names wrong, right?
Which one? The Nikola Tesla?
Yeah. We can.
We're leaving that. We're leaving that. Because here's the thing, though. The whole time you were going, Isaac Newton, and I was like, yeah, it was Newton. And then in my mind, I'm like, was it Newton?
No, I knew I was wrong when I was saying it too. And I was just like,
I'm like, none of them did anything with power or electricity.
No.
It's like, who's he talking about?
that was my bad.
Dude, you're good, bro. You're good. Nah, man, but definitely appreciate y'all coming on, man.
Appreciate you
part
having us
two.
again.
Yeah, man.
Part two.
Cannot get enough of this.
We got Daniel and Mitch with us today, so.
This is a driving thing. Make you want to get on Smoked or Smoked. Just want to do it.
We're waiting on the Smoked or Smoked. 100%. We're waiting on that. Like I said, to be announced, though. And it'll be a thing for sure. Because I enjoyed the last one that y'all did. And I really want to be a part of it, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Back up and running.
Need it.
So.
We just need to get
Definitely. One last thing before I leave, I don't know if I asked this question to you guys last time, but I usually ask a question at the end, and I did it with John. I've done it with Drew. Let's see here. What's more important to you, to be loved or to be respected?
So I saw you ask John this, and I thought about it ever since. And then you didn't ask it in the episode.
Yeah.
And I was like, should I bring it up? Nah. But for me, it's loved, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. I like giving love, like getting love. Hope the respect will be there. I don't need respect.
Right.
I'm gonna get my respect if I need it, but I'd rather be loved.
Right. Okay.
I think the same answer. Really quick, I thought you were going to say be loved or be feared. And then I thought about the
if
thing
you would
from The
prefer to
Office.
answer that part of it.
Oh, no, this is just me being a smartass.
Oh, okay,
I remember
okay.
the scene from The Office when he's like, both. I want people to be scared about how much they love me.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But no, I think be loved, because I think the people that love you will have respect for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a motherfucker that doesn't love me, I don't really care if you respect me or not.
Facts.
Yeah.
We just got, we either got a job to do, we got something to get done, we got, we're just both going about our own lives. I don't need your respect. I'd rather have people around me that truly love me, that are here for me.
As long as you got
And-
self-respect, how much more do you really need?
Right.
And then if you love somebody, you're gonna respect them. You're gonna have a level of respect. If you don't love me, I mean, I'll try to be nice and respectful to people and show them kindness or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, I don't really care how you feel about me, because
Right.
I'm gonna go back and be with the people that love me, the people that are pushing me, inspiring me. That's
No,
what I feel
I
about it.
agree. I think I asked this question and everyone says love. And I agree too. I've answered it now 3 different ways. This will be my 3rd different way now. And I think love as well, but I have a different explanation than before. I think that I'm surrounded by so many people, friends, family, whoever it may be, that have a lot of love for me and that will go to war for me even when I don't ask. You know what I mean? I got people back home specifically my cousin Lincoln. Not, I guess it could be because he's family, but I also have friends. My friend Cam. They will go to war for me without me even knowing about it. They will defend my name in rooms that I'd never step in.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's because of the love, and I'm not even going to say necessarily the respect. I think it's solely because of the love that they have for me, and they know that I'm a stand-up person. And you know, the crazy thing about it is, at some point in time, I got them through something. You know,
Yeah.
And they feel like there's not an O, but like they just have like a loyalty to it whenever it comes to me. So I think the love is definitely more important than the respect, because at the end of the day, my worst enemy respects me to an extent. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They respect me enough to know that they can't come at me sideways. They have to come at me correct if they're going to come at me as an enemy. You know what I mean? So they respect me enough to know that, oh, I can't just pull up whenever Jay's home and just pull up and try to beat him up, because they know, like, they respect me.
You're
enough.
A contender. You ain't.
Yeah, exactly. They respect me enough to know that, you know, that they don't love me though.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's my thoughts about it. You know,
Right.
So even your worst enemy can still respect you, but at the end of the day, the love is what's going to get you through it. So.
Oh yeah.
It's good stuff, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, appreciate y'all being on today, man. Hopefully we'll do another one soon.
Oh yeah.
I'm down, dude.
Yeah.
I want Rob on.
Dude,
Man.
we want Rob down here.
Set that up, dude. Set that up for me. Get in his ear.
We'll get him over here.
Drop the link to this one for Rob. Drop the link to this one for Sean.
You're definitely gonna see it on my Facebook.
Yeah.
Probably
Jay Holden
Instagram.
needs to watch this one.
Jay Holden needs to watch this one as well. So appreciate y'all, man. That's another episode of AtYourLeisure229. We out of here.
Peace.
Peace.